Kingdom classification. Concept of and meaning of classification. Many of you might have developed a hobby of collecting different things. These may be stamps, coins, or stones. If these things are not kept systematically, it would be difficult to find them when you need. Everybody develops a system to keep them. The stamps may be kept according to the country's name or according to the theme of picture printed on it. Coins may also be kept country-wise. Thousands of books are present in the library and they are kept subject-wise or author-wise. Whenever somebody requires a book, he would directly go to the concerned shelf and get the book. By these examples, you can understand that all the items are grouped according to certain common characters. It is surprising to know that more than 10 to 13 million species of plants, animals, and microorganisms exist in the world. Out of these, about 2 million organisms have been identified so far. In India alone, about 48,000 types of plants and 81,000 species of animals are found. Plants and animals are widely distributed on the land, water, and many small organisms are also found in the atmosphere. Bacteria are present in very hot to very cold climate. Without any system and nomenclature, the study of plants and animals is not possible. So, several criteria have been taken into consideration for classification. The process of arranging a collection into groups or sets according to some common properties is called classification. Importance of classification. Since it is very difficult to study such a large number of organisms all together, they have been grouped into larger or smaller groups on the basis of certain similarities and differences. Thus, the categorization of organisms into groups is very important as it is helpful in these ways. Living organisms of similar characters can be grouped and studied at the same time. Identification and naming of an organism becomes easier. It provides collection and preservation of organisms. It shows relationship between different organisms. System of classification. All living things were divided into two kingdoms, namely plant and animals. Later, due to development of technology, microscope was invented and there was an increase in the structure of different organisms. So, later, R.H. Whitaker, a leading ecologist from USA, proposed 5-kingdom classification in 1969. This classification is based on the cellular organization, cell structure, mode of nutrition, etc. 5-kingdom classification. Monera, example, bacteria, unicellular. Protista, example, unicellular, plants, animals. Fungi, example, mushroom, rhizopus, multicellular and unicellular both, but saprophytes. Plantae, example, higher plants, multicellular. Animalia, example, multicellular animals. Important features of 5-kingdom classification. Kingdom Monera. This kingdom includes all the microscopic, unicellular, single-celled organisms like bacteria and blue-green algae. The cells do not have definite nucleus. These are the simplest of all organisms. Monerans are first life forms on Earth. They are found everywhere and reproduce by simple dividing into two separate cells. Examples: bacteria, and blue-green algae, cyanobacteria. Kingdom Protista. This kingdom includes all the microscopic unicellular plants and animals. The cells of protists have a well-defined nucleus. They move with organs of locomotion like cilia, flagella, or pseudopodia. They possess different types of mode of nutrition. Some are autotrophic or heterotrophic or saprophytic in nature. They are found almost everywhere. Examples: amoeba, paramecium, euglena, diatoms. Kingdom Fungi. This kingdom includes all molds, yeasts, and mushrooms. They are unicellular to multicellular and cells have well-defined nucleus. Fungi may resemble plants, but they cannot make their own food. They lack chlorophyll. They grow on organic matter, that is, dead and decay matter. They are saprophyte in nature. Fungi reproduce through spores. Know this: truffles, a kind of mushroom, genus tuber, grow below the ground, are one of the world's most expensive foods. One variety tuber, Menalosporum, can cost up to Rs 85,000 and 1,65,000 per kilogram. Like plant cell, fungi cell also have cell wall, but they do not contain chlorophyll, so they are not included in plants. Activity: take a piece of bread, sprinkle some water on it. Leave it a few days in warm place. After that, you will find bread mold growing on it. Scrape it and place it on the slide, and observe the structure of bread under the microscope. Kingdom Plantae. Almost all plants are multicellular organisms. They are autotrophs, means they can prepare their own food and contain chlorophyll. They are of various size and shapes. Some plants are flowering plants, but there are non-flowering plants also present. Kingdom Plantae contains almost 3 lakh different species of plants. Examples: grass, mango, cycas, pinus, ferns, etc. Kingdom Animalia. All animals are multicellular. They are heterotrophs, that is, they cannot prepare their own food. Animals can move from one place to another with the help of nerves and muscles. Animals are classified into 2 major groups: invertebrates and vertebrates. Kingdom Animalia contains about 2 million species. Examples: earthworm, butterfly, lion, dog, fishes, frog, human beings, etc. Study of Plant Kingdom. Plant Kingdom comprises of about 3 lakh known species all over the world. Plants range in size from unicellular algae to very big trees. If you observe the plants carefully, you will find some do not bear flowers and others bear flowers. Classification on the basis of presence of flowers. The classification of plants is based on the presence or absence of flowers. They are grouped into non-flowering and flowering plants. Non-flowering plants. These plants do not bear flowers. Examples: rhizobium, spirogyra, yeast, fern, moss, etc. Flowering plants. They bear flowers, fruits, and seeds. Examples: cycas, pines, wheat, maize, gram, pea, etc. Herbs: small, soft plants which do not develop permanent woody stems. They are usually annual plants. Examples: wheat, mustard, pea, maize, etc. Shrubs: short, woody plants, typically with several branches arising from or near the land. Shrubs are perennial plants which live for at least 3 or more years. Examples: rose, cotton, henna. Trees: tall, woody plants with a distinct main stem or trunk, and they live longer. Examples: neem, mango, peepal, banyan. Know this: conifers reproduce using their cones. Some cones are male and some are female. The male cones release pollen. This pollen is carried by the wind. If the pollen lands on a female cone, then the female cone will produce seeds. Classification on the basis of duration of life. On the basis of duration of life, plants may be of these types. 1. Annuals. Plants live for 1 year or 1 season. They complete their life cycle in the same season. Examples: mustard, paddy, wheat. 2. Biennials. They live for 2 years or 2 seasons. In first year, they produce vegetative organs, root, stem, and leaves, and in second year, flower, fruits, and seeds. Examples: carrot, turnip. 3. Perennials. These plants live for more than 2 years and take several years for the production of flowers, fruits, and seeds. Examples: banana, mango, neem. Classification on the basis of nutrition. On the basis of mode of nutrition, plants are of following types. 1. Autotrophs. Plants which prepare their own food with the help of chlorophyll and sunlight. In this category, all the green plants are included. Examples: carrot, mango, banana. 2. Heterotrophs. These plants do not possess chlorophyll and depend on other dead or living organisms for their food. They are of 2 types. A. Parasites. Those plants which depend on other living organisms for their food. Examples: a marble or dodder, cuscata. B. Saprophytes. Those plants which depend on dead or decaying organic matter for their food. Examples: mushroom, yeast. Classification on the basis of habitat. On the basis of mode of living conditions. 1. Hydrophytes. The plants which live in water. Examples: hydrilla, marsilia, lotus. 2. Xerophytes. The plants which live in dry and desert climate. Examples: cactus, babool. 3. Mesophytes. The plants which need moderate amount of moisture for growth. Example: mango, wheat, guava. Study of animal kingdom. There are varieties of animals seen around, like bird, butterfly, lizard, lion, earthworm, python, monkey, cockroach, frog, housefly, etc. Some of them are small and some are very large. If you observe carefully, you will find some animals are hard and having bones. These bones are joined to the backbone or vertebral column. Most of the smaller soft animals do not have bones and backbone. The animal kingdom is classified on the basis of absence or presence of the backbone or vertebrae into invertebrates and vertebrates. Know this: the blue whale is the largest living animal. It can reach 30 meters, 98 feet in length. It can only grow to such a size because seawater supports its weight. Invertebrates. The animals of this group are without the vertebral column or backbone. Invertebrates. Porifera, colentrate, platyhelminthes, nemahelminthes, annelida, mollusca, arthropoda, echinodermata. Invertebrates constitute nearly 98% of all the animals identified of the entire animal kingdom. The largest of the invertebrates is the colossal squid. It can grow to over 40 feet long and weigh over 1,000 pounds. The longest invertebrate is the ribbon worm, which can grow to 180 feet long. The smallest invertebrate is the rotifer or wheel animal, which can be as small as 50 The characteristic features of different groups of invertebrate animals are described. The characteristic features of different group of invertebrates. Porifera, porous body. Body is multicellular. Animals are found in water attached to stones. Body has many pores. Body is tree-like. Cycon, spongilla. Colentrate, hollow-sagged. Marine animals that have internal body cavity. They live attached to stones or plants. Mouth is generally surrounded by thread-like structures called tentacles. Obelia, jellyfish, hydra, sea anemone. Platyhelminthes, flat animals. They have soft and flattened body with one opening. Animals are free-living. They are parasitic animals. Hooks and suckers are present on the body. They are hermaphrodites, possess both male and female reproductive organs. Blood fluke, planaria, tapeworm. Nemahelminthes, roundworms. Animals are long, cylindrical, with pointed apex, generally parasitic. Body is unsegmented. Animals are unisexual, male and female found separately. Ascaris, roundworm, hookworm. Annelida, segmented worms. Animals are cylindrical and segmented, mainly hermaphrodites. Possess special organs for excretion called nephridia. Leeches, earthworm. Mollusca, soft body. Soft-bodied animals divided into head and foot. Body is unsegmented. Body is covered with hard cover called shell. They are freshwater, marine, or terrestrial animals. Octopus, snail. Arthropoda, jointed limbs. Largest group of animal kingdom. Animals with a hard outer skeleton and a jointed body and appendages. Body is divided into head, thorax, and abdomen. Animals are unisexual. Scorpion, cockroach, crab, mosquito. Echinodermata, spiny skin. They are marine animals. Body is unsegmented and has many spines on the skin. Usually star-shaped. Possess mouth on lower side and anus on upper side. Sea urchin, starfish. Know this. All arthropods are invertebrates, meaning that they lack the characteristic backbones of mammals, fish, reptiles, and amphibians. Arthropods are further divided into insects. 3 pairs of legs. Body is divided into head, thorax, and abdomen. Example, cockroach, butterfly. Arachnids. 4 pairs of legs. They have appendages. Head and thorax are fused. Example, spider, scorpion, tick. Crustaceans. Many legs. Appendages are present. Head and thorax are fused. Example, prawn, lobster, crab. Myriapods. 2 pairs of legs per segment. In millipedes and centipedes, have 1 pair of legs in each segment. Body is many segmented. Example, centipede, millipede. Activity. Collect pond water in a beaker. Take 1 or 2 drops of water on the slide. Cover it with cover slip and observe under microscope. You will see many microorganisms such as amoeba, paramecium, euglena, chlamydomonas, etc. Vertebrates. Vertebrate animals with a backbone or spinal column are made up of interconnected units, separate small bones, called vertebrae. This strong but flexible structure supports the body and joins the limbs. It also protects the nerves of the spinal cord. Vertebrate animals have well-developed brain. Vertebrates constitute only about 2% of the animal kingdom. Vertebrates, Pisces, amphibians, reptiles, aves, mammals. Characteristic features of different vertebrate groups. Pisces. 1. Body is boat-shaped, streamlined, and covered with scales. 2. They are cold-blooded animals. 3. Breathing through gills. 4. Fins are present for locomotion. 5. Heart is 2-chambered. Shark, rays, salmon, seahorse. Amphibians. 1. They live in water and also on land. 2. Body is divided into head and trunk. Neck is absent. 3. They are cold-blooded animals. 4. breathing through lungs and skin. 5. Heart is three-chambered. Frog, toad. Reptiles. 1. They live on land and also in water. 2. They are cold-blooded animals. 3. Body is covered by horny scales. 4. Breathing through lungs. 5. Heart is three-chambered. Snakes, lizard, turtle. Aves. 1. They live on land and also in water. 2. Body is boat-shaped and covered with feathers. 3. They have wings, modified forelimbs. 4. They are warm-blooded animals. 5. Jaws are modified into horny beak. Teeth are absent. 6. They have well-developed lungs. 7. Heart is four-chambered. Pigeon, sparrow, parrot. Mammals. 1. Brain is highly developed. 2. Body is covered by hair. 3. External ears, pinna, are present. 4. They are warm-blooded animals. 5. Females give birth to young ones. 6. Mammary glands are present which produce milk for their young ones. 7. Sweat glands are present in the skin. 8. Heart is four-chambered. Lion, cow, bat, whale, humans. Cold-blooded animals. Body temperature fluctuates with the environment. Warm-blooded animals. Body temperature does not fluctuate with the environment. Other ways of animals' classification. Besides the mentioned classification of animals, which is based on the presence or absence of vertebrae, there are other criteria of animal classification, which are mentioned as follows. 1. On the basis of nutrition. All the animals are heterotrophic because they take their food from other organisms, plants or animals, as they cannot prepare their own food. Heterotrophic animals are of two types. A. Holozoic animals. Animals which take whole food in the form of plants or animals or their parts and then digest. Such nutrition is called Holozoic. Holozoic animals may be herbivores, plant-eating, carnivores, animal-eating, or omnivores, both plant and animal-eating. B. Parasitic animals. Such animals depend on other animals and take their nutrition from host, maybe plant or animal, from where parasites derive their nutrition. Examples: malarial parasite, entamoeba, tapeworm, etc. 2. On the basis of heat regulation, the maintenance of an optimum temperature range by an organism. Vertebrate animals are divided into A. Cold-blooded animals. Animals whose temperature is governed by its surroundings. These animals get or lose heat by way of the environment. These animals are also called poikilotherms. Examples: Pisces, amphibians, reptiles, etc. B. Warm-blooded animals. Animals that keep their body at a constant warm temperature by generating internal heat. Warm-blooded animals have additional means by which They can heat and cool their bodies. These animals are also called homoeotherms. Birds and mammals are the only warm-blooded animals. 3. On the basis of reproduction. Animals can be put into two categories. A. Oviparous, egg-laying animals, such as frogs and birds. B. Viviparous, such as mammals. These animals give birth to young ones. 4. On the basis of body covering. Animals may be scale-covered as snakes or fishes, feather-covered as birds, and hair or fur-covered as mammals. Animal species. Class. Approximate number of known species. Insects. 9,50,000. Arachnids. 75,000. Fish. 28,000. Amphibians. 5,800. Reptiles. 8,200. Birds. 9,900. Mammals. 5,400. Note: you can pluck one specimen of each kind with the permission of the in charge. Do not break twigs or branches. Scientific names. A number of languages are spoken all over the world. The names of same animal or plant may vary from one place to other. When the name of plants and animals are given according to the convenience of local people, they are called common names. In Hindi, mango is called aam, mavu in Marathi, ambo in Oriya, and mamidi in Tamil. In the same way, onion in English, pyaz in Hindi, irulli in Kannada, and vengayam in Tamil. So, the people of one place cannot understand the common names of another place. These common names create confusion for understanding and studying globally. To avoid this, it was felt necessary to develop a system which can be followed all over the world uniformly. In the mid-1700s, a Swedish scientist, Carolus Linnaeus, established clear rules for a two-name system called the binomial system of nomenclature. In this system, similar organisms are grouped into a genus, and each organism is given a two-word Latin name. The first word is the genus name and the second word is species. Units of classification. Species. Species is a group of organisms which resembles with each other in all aspects and breed among themselves. It is a smallest unit of the classification. Genus. It is a group of species which are closely related to each other in their structural and functional character. Family. Many genera which have common characters are placed in one family. Order. The families having some common characters are grouped in one order. Class. A number of orders having similar characters are placed in one class. For example, animals which have mammary glands and give birth to young ones are kept in a Mammalia class. Phylum. Several classes having common characters are included in one phylum. It is also called division. Entire plants are divided into two divisions, flowering and non-flowering. Kingdom. This is the highest category of classification. All the animals are included in the animal kingdom, and all the plants are placed in the plant kingdom. The scientific name of man is Homo sapiens, in which Homo is genus and sapiens is species. The scientific name of potato is Solanum tuberosum, and the name of brinjal is Solanum melongena. The scientific names of some plants and animals are given in this table. Scientific names of common organisms. English names. Scientific names. Lion, Panthera leo. Peacock, Pavo cristatus. Frog, Rana tigrina. Wheat, Triticum sativum. Mango, Mangifera indica. Onion, Allium cepa. While writing the scientific names, the first letter of generic name is always written in capital letter. The second word or species name is written in small letter, and both of them, that is, genus and species, should be printed in italics or underlined separately.